In this video, I'm going to show you how to take your Polly Pocket, aka Diagonal Running Man or Crossblade, from being small and narrow to being much wider and more powerful. So it's going to go from looking like this to looking like this. All right, let's begin. I'm going to teach from the back, but I'm going to have my 3 markers here, which are just shoes, showing you exactly what this is going to look like. So as you can tell, I'm standing in the middle. We're going to talk about the first variation here, all right, the smaller one. So what's probably happening if this looks like you is you're standing in the middle and you start in the middle. If you had your right leg elevated and you were about to cross over, you're probably leaving your body totally in the center and then rotating so that your front foot, the one that's on the heel, I call this the action leg, so that it is crossed over to the left side. So right foot is crossed over to the left side. You can see that it's in line with that green shoe on the left side, okay? Then when you come back to center, obviously we should address that. You're kind of staying in the middle, and then you're repeating on the other side. So you're staying in the middle again, but then your left leg now crosses over to that right side to match up relatively with that green shoe, okay? There is nothing wrong with this. It's not that it is incorrect. It's just that it's probably not as big as you want it. So I'm going to introduce the pivot point method, which is basically where you are going to start with your body in the center, in your perch position, having that leg elevated, and the center is going to be an anchor point that your body is going to rock from side to side with. So when I am standing in this perch position, instead of keeping my body here and turning my foot, I'm actually going to hop my body to the same side as the leg that's elevated. So my right leg is elevated. I'm going to slightly hop my body and my base foot to the right side. Notice I'm more in line with this green shoe. And then simultaneously, I'm going to kick down my action leg, the heel that is in the front, into the middle, okay? Let's do that again. It has to happen simultaneously. I did it separately just so you could see what's going on. So from here, you're gonna hop here. So notice that my body moved over, and this pivot point in the center, my heel is almost like holding it down in that middle. When I go back into my perch, I'm gonna shift my hips forward back into the center here, stabilize, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm now going to take my left side, hop it to my left side, but I'm going to keep my elevated leg in the middle so the heel drops down in the middle. Okay, so you notice the heel is in line with the middle. My body is on the left side in line with that left shoe. Then I'm going to use the energy that I have in this back leg to push back to center, lock in, and so on and so forth. So instead of you standing here and rotating on the spot, you're going to be hopping to the same side as the action leg, hopping to the middle, now hopping to the same side as the action leg, and hopping to the middle, all right? This is gonna be the difference from the back, like this. This is the original, right? Kind of feels a little awkward, a little stiff. Now, I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm going to be very careful. Now, I'm going to use my body, have the middle be a pivot point that my body is tick-tocking, not real tick-tock, like actual tick-tocking back and forth, okay, to achieve that larger look. So here we go. Pop, pop, pop. So my hips are swaying, and I'm passing through the middle, but I'm going to each side. This one was a quickie, but it is going to be so powerful, so impactful if you add it into your shuffle flow. Make sure you subscribe to Shuffle Shred if this was helpful. Every single one of these tutorials is to help you become a more powerful, confident, and unique shuffler. It is going to give you all the small details that make a huge impact in your shuffling, just as we did today. I'll see you in the next one.